of that, making an assessment of whether the current state of patent is, whether it is active or it's pending, or if it's inactive due to various reasons such as failure to pay maintenance, or due to withdrawal, abandonment, or revocation. So those are some kinds of automated analysis that is of interest to searchers, and that is something that we've been working on. The fourth one for again more towards search and analyst. Now moving from professional searchers to also search and analysts, people who are analyzing. One of the things that they're looking at is flexibility to analyze whether they want to analyze a patent data set by families, or whether they want to analyze a patent data set by individual publications. Each of them have their own benefits, so being able to offer that level of flexibility. What we are seeing in terms of patent analysis is a shift towards being able to combine concepts coming from the text of patents with the standard bibliography fields. Many analysts undertake what we call as manual categorization of the patent data set. So what kind of a tool will help them speed up that process, because it can get pretty lengthy if you try to do it manually. So there are tools to kind of speed up the manual categorization set. Tools for visualizations, for example, concept cluster maps have been there for a while, but what are the newer techniques of visualizations, whether it is a network-based map, or whether it is what we call as bubble matrix kind of a map. So these are not really new, but they are the more prominent techniques to visualize. Most of the insights are actually best represented by simple charts and graphs, but these visualizations are getting more popular because analysts want a good-looking presentation at the end of the day. Finally, what innovations for the patent department? So the patent department, why I put this separate from a patent professional is because a patent department has different sets of challenges which we come across, whether it is a corporate IP department, or whether it is even a service provider. One of the biggest needs is being able to have a central repository for all the competitive intelligence that they are gathering, whether it is patent literature or non-patent literature, and being able to have a central repository for that. That is one particular challenge which organizations have, and for which solutions that we are working on. The second is integrated reporting dashboards. A lot of organizations are shifting from sharing Excel to kind of sharing live dashboards within their companies to their in-house clients, and because the end user can interact with the data, the end user has basic tools to filter, sort, slice the data, and also generate some analysis themselves. So integrated reporting dashboards is one such need, is another such need for patent departments. And the second and the third is the competitive, is a workflow tool for continuous competitive monitoring and assessment. So typically in organizations, the workflow is of there's a patent team that brings up regular searches, and they may get it from alerts or from some third-party sources, and then they feed it to the particular R&D people who are supposed to kind of rank it, assess it, and give their comment whether it is relevant, irrelevant, or whether it is potentially a threat, any such kind of assessment, and how they manage all of that information, and then how do they take that information to the next stage of decision making. So this is what we call as solutions for competitive monitoring, continuous competitive monitoring and assessment. And these kind of solutions are also identified as bigger needs by patent departments, especially corporate IP departments. These are solutions that we are working on.
Manish, sorry, could you summarize?
So my time's up, so those are some of the basic needs and challenges that we identify depending on the type of the people we come across. And thank you again for this opportunity for me to talk about them. Thank you.